Hello, I'm Heather, and welcome to Keep It Simple Social Media TV. A new year and a new opportunity for you to set your social media goals. Well, in this video, we're going to review 10 proven and very powerful social media techniques to help you build a solid foundation for your social media in 2021. And if you stay till the end of this video, I have some bonus gifts for you. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and let's get started. Okay, so this is our social media game plan for 2021. And what I always like to say is, if you're going on a trip and you search Google for the location you want to find on Google Maps, and it gives you a step-by-step route to find your location. I believe that this social media game plan that you're doing right now is your roadmap to success. And it's something that you can come back to month after month to realign what your goals were. So we're going to go through the 10 tips that I actually use in my social media business for my clients every single day. And as I had mentioned, we will have a gift at the very end for you of this video. So the number one goal that we need to start off with is we want to set our goals in advance. So in order for us to know where we're going, planning ahead is going to be paramount to our success. And when we're planning, we have to think of it in terms of SMART goals. So SMART goals are specific, they're measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So specifically, we are going to go through each one of these steps to help you to organize yourself going forward. I always find that when it comes time for goal setting, whether it was for my real estate agents or for myself, sitting down with a pen and paper and just starting off and writing out what's on your mind or in your heart for where you want to go in the coming year is a really, really important way to get started. So I say write it down. The other thing that I want you to do is think about who you are as a person. Find your you. What do you stand for? What's important to you? What do you love? Because if you can take all those things and turn them into your social media, then you will be very successful. And it's basically just one step at a time, okay? So write it out. What are your goals? And get started with this. Number two, we want to time block on our calendar. And here's the reason. If we don't see it, it doesn't happen. What tends to happen with social media, and I hear this from my clients all the time, is they fit it in when they can because they get so busy. But if you actually took your calendar out and said every week, specifically on Monday at 9 a.m., we will spend 1 hour scheduling our posts, talking about our social media, going over our social media. Clear your desk, clear your calendar, and get specific with when you are going to tackle your social media. And it's in this time frame that you can decide how much social media you want to be posting, whether it's 3 to 5 times a week. You also want to make sure that you spend at least 10 minutes once a week at the least, going through your news feed and talking to people and commenting on other people's posts to build your social ability and to get people to respond to your social media and wonder who you are. You have to be active on social media as well. So I call it spending 10 minutes in your news feed and saying more than just a like. Don't be that drive-by liker and just do 100 likes really quickly and say that you're done. Be more intentional with your social media because we build relationships with people over time. It's small little hellos and sentences on other people's social media that is going to start to put your name and your business top of mind. Also, in this time that you've blocked on your calendar, you want to remember to respond to other people that are commenting on your social media. So time block is really important. So that is number two. Also, when you're time blocking, I think it would be important that you take out a calendar and maybe print it off. I know we're doing a lot of things online and digitally these days. However, I have to say that I carry around my notebook and I write down things that come to mind all the time. I especially write down when people ask me the same questions over and over. I say to myself, these would be really wonderful videos for me to make to answer people's most asked questions. So take your calendar, print it off, and what I recommend you do is you look at, January, February, March, and you fill in the dates that we know for sure. So February the 14th is Valentine's Day. So fill in those blocks. So the week prior or the week of, you know what type of content to build around the holidays. You also know what happens within your community. So community events, write those in your little day blocks. You also know what happens within your own household, in your own business, or around the company. So these are things that help you get ideas for creating posts. And it's just a really easy way to say, oh, this is what's happening on this day, and this is what happens on Wednesday. And then you can decide, are you going to do a motivational Monday quote? Are you doing a throwback Thursday photo? Are you going to do a market update on Fridays in a video? So you can start filling in the blanks, which will help you understand the type of social media that you're going to be creating. Now, I know that companies like Remax, they put out an advanced calendar of specific days and what happens on those days, like Trivia Day, National Bird Day, Daughter Day, things of that nature. And those are really fun types of posts that people like to engage in. So these are just basic ideas to help you start to build on that foundation of getting started with your social media. Now, tip number 3. What I really love about this, it's so true. Watch the world around you. The world is filled with ideas for social media posts. Look at what you like on social media yourself. It doesn't just have to be real estate related or whatever your industry is, but look at what other people are doing that you really like, or that you see that other people are really engaging with that post, that type of content. And say to yourself, these are things that maybe I could do more with my branding or changing the words a little bit. Take screenshots of these things that you see and create a folder on your desktop and start putting those ideas in there. Not that you're going to plagiarize or copy or things of that nature, but they're going to give you inspiration for you creating your own content. It's basically creating a library that you can go to time and time again to get ideas, to get inspiration, and even they could be filled with photos that you yourself have taken. So you are starting to build a library of beautiful photography. You can also ask your clients, what type of posts do they like to see from their real estate agents or from people on social media? Look at who's making a difference in the world, in the community, or even in your office, and ask yourself how you can start to emanate those things. Now, tip number 4, you need to track your progress. You will have no idea where you're going if you can't look at where you've been. Now, on our SMART goals, we have measurable. And this is how you measure your social media. You go to your Insights tab on Facebook, your Insights tab on Instagram, your Google Analytics for your website. Your YouTube channel has massive amounts of analytics. So you can see if your channel or if your social media is growing. Are you getting more people liking your content or liking your page? Fans, as they're called, following you. You can look at so much information that becomes valuable for when you're sitting down to do your social media, such as what day you're going to post. The other thing that I really like is you can look at predominantly Keep It Simple social media is more women. So maybe sometimes I want to create posts that are more aimed at women. And then I know who I'm talking to. I know how old these people are. I know what cities they're from. And these are just valuable pieces of information that help us along our journey of just being on social media. You can go into each one of your posts on your Facebook or your Instagram account, and it will tell you how engaging the consumer found your content. And we know that if no one's engaging with our content, then we're not producing items that the consumer likes. And as depressing as that can sound, that is valuable information because you need to stop doing what's not working and find a new way to be engaging on your social media. Now, tip number 5, I think is really important. It goes with, everything kind of goes hand in hand with all of these tips. Tip number five is align your business with what your goals are. So our first step was to sit down and create our goals for our social media. Well, when we're creating our goals for our social media, we need to know, who are we talking to? Because if we're going to create content for these people, we need to create content that these people are going to enjoy. So whether it's beautiful photography from around the area that you live, people love to look at beautiful photography. Or maybe you're involved in the business association for your town and you do little contests because you're trying to support locally. And even if you're not involved in the business association, but you're really committed to helping local businesses, you can create posts around those businesses that you want to support, your community, your church. What is important to you is how your social media should reflect. So what you cannot connect with today in person, we can be connecting online and supporting online until things get better and we can start being in person. Showcase your local enthusiasm because the content that you create speaks directly about who you are as a person. So align your business with your goals. Tip number 6. When you're creating content today, you want to think of creating what's called evergreen content. And evergreen content simply means content that lives on your website, your social media forever. So if you think about YouTube, YouTube actually is more like a library, whereas Facebook is more social posts that just kind of disappear rapidly within 24 hours. Whereas when people go to your YouTube channel, that content is sitting there for them to absorb. You can also take that evergreen content and you can multi-purpose it. So if you do sit down to create a video, you can put that video onto a blog or a vlog, as it's called, on your website. That's exactly what you're looking at here. This is my real estate website. And I take all my YouTube videos and put them onto my website. Most of my clients do the same thing. From the website, they can be put onto Facebook, they can be put onto LinkedIn, you could tweet them out, and of course you could resize them and put them, I use an app called InShot to resize my horizontal videos so they can go onto Instagram. IGTV has a specific format for you. And if you need help to understand how these things that I'm talking about right now work, just give me a private message or leave a comment below. I have over 700 videos today on social media, and I definitely have a video on exactly what I'm talking about here. So creating evergreen content helps you to come back to that content because it never expires. So as a real estate agent, top tips for working with buyers or important things that sellers need to know in today's COVID market. So it doesn't, that COVID might last for another year, but you could go back to that video and put it out in 2 months again. So you multi-purpose your content, and When you sit down to do these evergreen type of contents, you can batch it. So you can shoot more than one video at a time and then schedule them to go out as well. Now, tip number 7 is create a variety of content, keeping your brand in mind. So for Facebook gives you at least 8 different ways to put out different types of content. That means either a photo, a video, a carousel, a slideshow, a photo album. How about going live once a month on your Facebook business page, doing a market update? So there's lots of ways to create variety for your content. You can also take those videos that you do live on Facebook and download them and put them up onto your YouTube channel. So you can take your content and you can use it on several different channels, including your Instagram now. They give you up to 10 photos. You can do a little slideshow of 10 photos. You can do videos. But the point behind this tip is don't always put the same type of content out day after day after day. Give the people that follow your business page or Instagram account, give them some variety about who you are and the types of content that you post. Now, tip number 8 is we must have systems in place. It is so important to make your business streamlined. You know exactly where to go to find all your branding, your logos, your colors. You have stuff set up already in, let's say, Canva, so it's a 1, 2, 3 step. You have clear understanding of who you're talking to, what your branding is. You are organized. Things are easy to find. You can adapt to changes. Things become shareable between other team members. And as well, you need to be scalable today. So as you get better doing things, you can bring more into the mix. But you can't do this if you do not have systems in place, if you are not organized. I always do exactly the same thing for my clients day after day because I know exactly where to find their information, where to go to their website. You need to have yourself set up so it's streamlined as well. Now, tip number 9. We have been talking about this for years. You must have a budget today if you want to be found on Facebook and Instagram. Yes, you might get a lot of likes and a lot of people support your business page, but it probably is not the end user you're looking for. So you are probably looking for someone that's not even following you right now on your social media. And the only way to find them is to give Facebook at least $1.40 a day. So I'm going to suggest that you have at least one ad running, let's say for $50 a month if you can afford a $50 budget, and see how that works for you. Massage the ad over time. Watch for how many times that ad is running into people's news feed. Even though your message might not have changed, you can change the graphics and spend a little bit of money and see if it helps for you to get new customers. So yes, we want to nurture our existing customers, and those are probably the people that are following you right now, but we want to get new customers, and to do that, we have to go out and promote ourselves in the marketplace using Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram to find those people. Now, tip number 10. As you build your social media presence, you will get more and more people that are following you. Those people will support you. They're your biggest fans. They're going to like and comment and share your content, and you need to nurture those relationships as you go. And how you do that is by supporting them and also by getting into your notifications and answering them and commenting and thanking people. You want to enjoy your community, be approachable. More important than anything today is to be consistent, and that starts with getting a calendar out and saying every Monday or every Friday you sit down and do your social media. Remember to be genuine and really, really care about the people that are supporting you. So from 1 to 10, we want to set our social media goals. We want to remember to time block when we're going to be doing our social media. We want to watch the world around us because it's loaded with great social media ideas. We want to be able to track our progress by utilizing our Insights tabs, Google Analytics, anything that measures everything that you're doing and how it's working for you. You want to align your business with your goals on social media. You want to create evergreen content so it can be put out a few months later. I have a great video on Facebook's new content library. I will make sure that you get a copy of that. You want to be able to create a variety of different types of content today. So don't always post exactly the same type of post, but get creative and try something new. You want to make sure that you have systems in place today so you're streamlined as a business and everything just works so smoothly. Promise yourself that you're going to create a Facebook and Instagram budget this year, maybe $50 a month, as little as $1.40 a day. And then you have to nurture all those relationships on the people that are going to come to your social media and support you. Now, I want to just quickly tell you about our favorite apps that I have to say, I use these apps practically every single day. The first one I had mentioned earlier is called InShot. InShot has so many different things that you can do, such as slicing pictures together to make a video, putting a number of videos together. But the one thing that I love InShot for is resizing the format for the ratio of the video mostly from being horizontal to being vertical, so I can put it on IGTV. So InShot seems to be one of the simplest apps I have found. iMovie, if you're an Apple product user, you will have iMovie for free, and I have to say I do use that probably at least twice a week to make movies for my clients. My favorite app of all time, thanks to Catherine, is Canva. Now, Canva has been a godsend for me. This presentation I'm doing for you right now was created on Canva. My market evaluation presentation that I do for my clients was created on Canva. So Canva, there's so many tutorials on how to use Canva. I love Canva. The next app is Facebook Business Suite. Now this is almost mandatory for you to have on your smartphone because if you want to keep up with your notifications a little bit quicker than hopping onto your desktop computer, then using the Facebook Business Suite app is definitely something that I'm going to recommend, and I highly recommend the Facebook Ads app. Now this is a tremendous app to keep you up to date on the ads that you're running, to look at how they're performing. How about to just turn an ad off if you don't need it any longer to be on, because it's very difficult to figure out how to stop a Facebook ad, except from the app. It's much easier utilizing the app. I have a lot of free resources that you can go to. Your first free resource is to just ask me directly on my business page for help, or on my YouTube channel for help. So you can go to my website. We have thousands of blogs that we've written on our YouTube channel. As I was mentioning earlier, over 700 YouTube videos on how to do social media. On the YouTube channel, we have the playlist, which is an easier way for you to find what you're looking for. We also have tons of Facebook posts and updates on what's happening on social media as things change on a daily basis. And we have our students only private Facebook group, which is a very safe community where our students are welcome to ask questions and get help on their social media. I had told you if you stayed to the very end, I would have a bonus gift for you. And a new video app that I have been using is called INVIDEO. And they literally have hundreds and hundreds of videos for you to choose from and for you to edit and make your own. And today they are offering a 50% discount for Keep It Simple social media students. So you are welcome to grab that discount by using the code KISS50. So this is my gift to you today. Please make sure that you're following my YouTube channel as I put out new videos every single week. Go ahead and hit the subscription, and that way you'll be notified each time a new video comes out. Next steps here would to be asking for help if you need to learn anything when it comes to social media. So I offer private one-on-one coaching for my students, and we do this via Zoom, as we are not getting together today, which is unfortunate. We missed that. And we also have the students only Facebook group that you're welcome to ask to join. My name is Heather. I wish you the best of success in 2021, and it's been my pleasure giving you the 10 tips to help you with your social media.